So the purpose of this video is going to be educating you on how to heal wounds and understanding how wounds perpetuate cycles in your life, how they taint your adult life, and how you see your reality based on the lens of these wounds. So I wrote down things that I really want to get across here. By identifying our core wounds from childhood, from our past, we can change the foundation of our reality. I really feel that it's the most powerful way is by healing our wounds to change the foundation of our reality, because it creates a lasting change. There are some anomalies with people who can just use their mind to create reality and don't even need to go into healing themselves to create something higher. However, in my work, with working with so many different types of people from all walks of life, male and female, all age ranges, I really see the common person needs to go into themselves, go into their past, and release them in a healthy way in order to get out of patterns and create something that truly feels good to them. So in this video, we're going to be talking about many things healing and just educating you so that you can get new perspectives and new perceptions of your inner wounds that can actually empower you instead of debilitate you. Because I know that a lot of people will think, oh, I just don't know what's causing this, or why am I still holding on to this, or why does this still matter to me? Why do I still feel bothered by this? And then there's reasons why. There's reasons why that are valid, and it's important for us to see those in order to move beyond them. So before I get into all the good stuff, my name is Grace Moralia. I help people heal themselves from their past so they can create a life that truly feels good for them and free for them, and learn to love themselves and come into their soul purpose. So I have a couple of offerings for you guys right now. I have a masterclass down below called From People Pleaser to Self-Empowerment. It's teaching you how to overcome your people-pleasing tendencies so that you can come into self-empowerment. And it's tangible tools to get you from that space of shame, disempowerment, into your personal truth and feeling really good and solid in that. All right, second offer is the Self Love Accelerator, my favorite, and it's more in depth on how to understand and identify what your true needs are, what blocks you from loving yourself, how to release those in tangible ways, how to establish boundaries with yourself and other people in your life so that you can create a deeper relationship with yourself. And we're talking about the inner wounds that block you from loving yourself and how to go about those as well. So that will help you create a real relationship with yourself in your everyday life that you can really integrate, and it's super powerful. So you can grab that down below as well. You can also book a consultation call at any time or reach out to me for a private session. Click the link for my consultation call. We can talk on there so that you can identify your core wounds, release your traumas, release your subconscious patterns, and really, create a life that feels freeing and empowering and aligned for you and your soul and your purpose. All right? Please like and subscribe if you like my energy, and comment below at any point if this is helpful for you. If you have any questions, I answer my comments, so I'm happy to connect with you in there. All right? So we're talking about how we see one thing is how we see all things, and I'm sure that you've experienced this before. So if you have experienced a certain wound in your life, you're going to see all areas of your life through that wound, whether you realize it or not. We carry our wounds as baggages, and so that's coming with us. Wherever we go, there we are, right? So instead of trying to change something externally, our power comes from seeking to change what actually the root of the issue is, understanding what the core of your issue is. Like if you were the tree of your life, your wounds, your traumas, your earlier experiences in life, especially from 0 to 7 when your subconscious mind is developing, your roots are being created, your beliefs are being created, your traumas are being, those are turning into the tree, which is you. So we need to go back into that in the core sense in order for us to make true, lasting change and feel free in our bodies. Because if I want you to try something right now, if you were to sit in yourself right now and ask yourself, what's bothering me? What am I still carrying? I'm sure you could identify what it is because it's a living, breathing part of you, unfortunately. It's not you, but it's a part of your experience. And that's what's creating the same experiences over and over again, the same feelings, the same triggers, the same relationships, the same jobs. So what do we do about it? I'll get into that. But so if we see things from the eyes of our wounds, we're going to perpetuate the cycle. Of course, we're going to continue the cycle if we're carrying the old story. That's the only thing that makes sense. We want to break out of the story. How do we break out of the story? We have to see what the story is. Really not that complicated. It's pretty plain and simple. But how do you see what your wounds really are? What emotions they really are? What stories they're really carrying? That's where I come in and I teach you how to do that. So I'm going to try to break it down into some steps for you. So let's talk about creating new cycles. Let's say you already know what's holding you back. I'm going to assume that you do. And if you don't already know what's holding you back from your childhood, from your past, from any divorce or sort of traumatic experience you've had, the first step would be identifying on a piece of paper. And this is what I help people do. And I'm going to give it to you right now. Identify on a piece of paper what wounds, traumas, and beliefs that you are holding on to right now that are holding you back. If you can identify those first, it's what I call a roadmap to healing. So you'll hear me repeating that in my videos and things that I share with you guys, my offerings, because it's very, very important for you to understand that you can literally break this down into something that's pretty simple to understand and to digest. It's just about putting it into action. So if you see, okay, maybe for example, you have a fear of abandonment from your past, and they experience that in all of your relationships. All right, so that's a core wound of yours. Now that you know that, you can work on healing that wound and therefore clearing how you see your reality from that lens. So I know it's kind of heady, but the way that you create new cycles, and this is what I wrote down, the way that you create new cycles is through self-awareness. So first, we need to have awareness of what it is. 50% is awareness. Then we need to accept. We need to work with the part directly. Your abandonment wound for example, is not you, but it is a part of you that cannot be pushed away or tried to be changed. If you try to change it, push it away, dim it down, right? You are avoiding it. You are not meeting it. See the wound as a 5-year-old version of you, a smaller version of you that actually really needs attention. It needs to be heard. It needs to be seen. The formula for anything that we have that we want to heal within ourselves truly needs to be seen. That's the best medicine for humans, is to feel seen and accepted for who they are. So if you see and accept yourself for who you are, even if you don't like it in those stickier places, we need to work on acceptance. So the action step is you identify the wound, you understand what it is. Your job to create a new cycle is to work on creating a relationship with the wound, creating an open relationship with the wound where you are in dialogue with it, you are talking with it, you are understanding what emotions are in there, what needs are really in there, okay? What needs, what emotions, and start figuring out how to meet those for yourself. And that's what I teach in my one-on-one coaching programs. If you're interested in that, you can book a consultation call. But there's a lot of different transformational healing techniques that I teach you in order to really understand and hone these in that we go over together. But it's a lot more in depth than what I'm explaining. But you can still get what I'm saying. You creating an open dialogue with these wounds is already changing the pattern. So what would this look like in real time? It's also neutralizing the energy. So if we accept what happened, if I accept that I have this fear of abandonment and I give attention to it, not from a space of judgment, but from a space of, yes, you're here, I can help you heal. How about that? That's empowering. That's not victim. That's saying, I'm not going to let you control me. I'm actually taking accountability for you and responsibility for you. And from that place of accountability and responsibility, I can heal you Instead of, why does this keep happening to me? Why is this cycle still here? Why am I dealing with these types of relationships? Why don't I feel good in myself? Why do I feel sad? Why do I feel shameful? Because you had wounded experiences, point blank, period. What you can do are take actions and use tools to heal them, okay? So we want to accept the situation. When we bring acceptance to the wound, when we pay attention to it, we are neutralizing it. And neutralizing means it doesn't need to exist like that. It doesn't need to act out like that. It doesn't need to show up so fiercely in our reality anymore. Because it's already been seen, it's already been met, it's already been healed. Okay. So when you create this interconnection with yourself and your wounds, and I understand and validate and be with them, what it does is helps you understand yourself more, deepen your interconnection with yourself, and this results in creating true self-love. Okay, easier said than done, but you're understanding what I'm saying here. Pretty much, the action step, and I'm repeating this for you, to get out of these childhood traumas and get out of these wounds, is to seek to understand your patterns. Seek to understand your wounds. Instead of pushing them away, bring them to the forefront of your consciousness and start opening a conversation with them and saying, hey, wait, what's going on? What do you need? How can I show up better for you? What are some actions that can help you, wound, feel safe? Where did you come from? What kind of love can I support you with? What is it that you need to be heard about? So instead of dimming them down or rejecting them, we're taking it, our perception, and changing it from bad and seeing them as this wounded inner child, this smaller child that really needs your love. And you're the only one who can meet it. Your lover can't meet it. Your mom can't meet it. Your dad can't meet it. That's all an illusion when you think that somebody else can meet you there. You can only meet you there. That yes, they can meet you in the depths of yourself, but if you don't know you and you can't heal your wounds and you can't meet your own needs, why do you think they would? They are not going to be able to. They might even see you, but if you don't see you and you don't hold you and you don't accept you, how are you going to feel their acceptance? It's going to be a block. So your work is to deepen into self and understand what it is that you're holding in your roots and start seeing them as allies because they hold the keys to your freedom. Your fears hold the keys to your freedom. Your wounds hold the keys to your freedom. Your childhood traumas are a gift. It is a challenge and a gift. The challenge is the gift. When I spent my whole childhood in traumatic situations, fucking up my nervous system, and me breaking out of it at a young age, dropping out of college, I focused all of my time on healing myself for 4 years straight and turning it into a practice for the past 4 years, 4-ish years. That was me changing my challenge into a gift and being able to translate in these videos, by God, thank you, to share with you how to get out of the same situations that I was in. Super straightforward ways. If you follow what I'm saying, you'll get a lot farther. You need to understand that you're seen and you're not alone. People experience this stuff all the time. It's just about understanding how to connect with yourself, how to validate yourself. You're not stuck there. You need to learn to validate yourself. You need to learn to hear yourself. It's not about if they hear you. Who cares? They can't even hear themselves most of the time. Any of those people out there that you want to see you, you need to see you. Because then your people will automatically align with you. They will align with you because they're out there and they want you too. But you, seeing you, gives you personal power instead of being in victimhood. And we really need to change the lens of perception out of victimhood and into something that is like, oh, okay, I can be strong in myself. I trust myself because I listen to myself. By listening to your wounds, you're developing self-trust. You're developing inner safety. And that's a gift. That's a gift that you move through life with. You're showing life that you are safe, that you already have what you need. If you're moving from an insecure space and you don't feel safe, right? Like you are going to create situations outside of you that make you feel unsafe as well. And that's just kind of how it is. So we got to go into the foundations. We got to figure out why, get into the root of why, and really learn that self-compassion and self-love for that process. You deserve to feel good in your body, and you can do it. You can do it. You can watch my videos. You can sign up for my offerings that are super cheap down below that teach you how to do this. You can sign up for my coaching. This is how you bridge the gap from where you are to where you want to be. You want to feel better? This is how you do it. This is what's laid out for you. It's you're not stuck. Okay? You're not stuck. And so hopefully this was supportive for you. Let me know in the comments. I'm going to get going and eat dinner. But I love you. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.